What up? Here's the other me, the one by day. Yep, the one that enjoys the sunlight. So what we're doing today is we're building some garden boxes out of redwood. These dimensions are 1 foot wide by 3 feet long by 1 foot tall, but you could use the same plans and make them any which way you want. So I bought some rough cut stock from the hardware store down the street. It's the cheapest stuff you could get. It's rough stock redwood. It's $2-something for 6 feet of it. These are 1x6s, usually used for fences like the one behind me. So I just took that stuff. I got some 1x2s with supports on the bottom and the corners, and you'll see what I did. But it was very cheap to build 5 boxes this size. It costs about 55 bucks. So it's a magnificent to do to pass the time in this very strange and challenging and dynamic time that we're all learning how to get through. So my advice is to do something with your hands, to build something, to construct. Really makes you feel active, makes you feel worthwhile, makes you feel like you're on the winning side of the fight. So enjoy this stuff, use them for growing your food, use them for, I don't know, flip them upside down and tap dance on them, whatever you want to do. But here's these little simple redwood boxes, so enjoy. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is glue a couple of these 1x2s together to make 2x2s. Redwood 2x2s for 8 feet were like 15 bucks each, all sanded smooth, beautiful, right? But the 1x2s were like $3 each. So I'm just gonna glue 2 of them together using some construction adhesive, clamp them together, and then shoot some nails through them. Okay, so the next step is to cut these 6-foot boards down for our bottoms, our sides, all the sides. And I'm going to clamp either end of my stack. I'm going to gang cut these things 3 at a time. Oh yeah, and remember, hold your blade up against the wood to see how many of them they're going to cut. And then put one underneath it that won't hit the blade and that won't cut. And that's kind of like your little table. Okay, so the next step, I don't know, maybe was that step 3, is to cut the bottom supports out of the 1x2s. And there are also going to be 2 pieces on the side. On the inside, there are going to be nailers to hold it all in. Okay. Hey, so the next step is to lay out the bottom and put these little feet, which are also holding it together, which are also balancing it all out and keeping it nice and strong. We're going to lay them across the bottom, 2 at the ends, 1 in the middle. And when you lay them out, we'll put some construction adhesive down here on the bottom of each one just to hold it. Same one here. There. And just to make sure you got your spacing right, you're going to hold a piece here on the edge. Make sure the feet line right up with that. Yes. You can go in there with your pencil and draw that line so you don't mess it up. You know where each one goes. Now that you got adhesive on there, take your nailer, shoot it in. Okay, now that we did that, next step is to flip it over and put the sides on. Boom. Put a little bit of adhesive in the corners there. You're gonna nail all down here. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. Now the next step is to put in these little side nailers right here, so the second wall can go on. Right here. nail these guys down, but don't put your hand right behind where the nail's going to be. I'm holding this thing down. I put my hand up top here. The nail gun's down below, well out of the way. Now you got to put your second walls on, right here. And you're going to work out the square and the plumb on this, on that side, right here. For now, we're just getting this thing on there, making sure these things are straight. Okay, so now we get to put in these sides right here. What's up? Out here in the sun, building things, trying to figure out how to make videos happen, trying to film them, building everything from planter boxes to planting a beautiful garden. And it's all because we're stuck here spending some time with the music. Inside with our families, contemplating our future, contemplating our culture, our kind. And for me, it's all about being self-sufficient with my hands, right? Okay, so one of my order of doing things, because I use a lot of construction adhesive and nails, is I'm putting in these support corners at the ends here, as opposed to building this thing around it, sort of like framing a normal house or whatever, a normal structure. So yeah, these are those 1x2s that we put together, and I'm just going to hold them in the corner here and scribe them to the size they need to be, just like this. Because each one is a few inches, a few centimeters, who uses centimeters? A few ticks off of each other, so I didn't want to universally cut them. So this box is going to be that high right there. I'm going to cut that, put those in right there. Knock my camera off. Alright, I'm going to cut these little tops off right here. And cut these little pieces that are a little too high right here. And slice all those down. Okay, so our final step is to sand these things down, because we basically built them up. But we didn't basically, we built them up. So I'm just going to use a belt sander with 60 grit sandpaper on it. And that's to cut down the roughness of the redwood and really bring it smooth. And then I got the random orbital with the 120 grit, and we're gonna hit it all with both and check it out. Alright guys, so we got these things all sanded down. They're all beautiful. They're all smooth and lovely. Now, they got a bunch of nail holes in them, but these are just for outdoor rough. But I'm going to bring it into the sunlight and put a little watery rag on it so you can see how beautiful it is. Voila. How beautiful. And just like that, we have some beautiful boxes for the garden to fill up, add some more veggies in there. So our project of the day here was to build up some garden boxes, and I did that. They take about 20 minutes to half an hour each if you really know your stuff. And in half a day you can fly through 5, maybe 10, however many of them you need. And you could actually change the dimensions and make them wider or taller, or make them the length of one board, the width of one board, or for little flowers on the garden, or much bigger for big vegetable beds. But the whole deal is a beautiful thing to do with your mind and your hands while you're going through it. So enjoy, and I don't know, there's no place to comment or whatever. Comment, I don't know, people point down, they point up. I don't even care. I'm just doing this on shareable videos. Hopefully this makes sense.